We are in a very special time energetically, because tomorrow on November the 20th, and there's a small little window here of about 2-3 days, November 20th to about the 23rd, as Pluto transitions permanently out of Capricorn into Aquarius, it offers this massive opportunity to change your life in a huge way, to literally seed your future. You are seeding the next 20 years of your future right now, this week, in this energy. So there is this window, this brand new cycle that is opening, that is beginning as of November 20th, and getting really clear on what intentions, what motivations you have behind the actions that you take, having a clear vision of your future, really getting clear on what you want, what you no longer want, what cycles you are now completely ready to be done with, to finish and to close out permanently in your life, is what this energy is asking you to get very clear on, to seed at this time. So ultimately, the way I see it, you have two options. One, you make some significantly big changes in your life. And these changes really, really connect to the mind. They really connect to how you think, how you see yourself, how you self-sabotage. That is a massive theme with this shift right now. What are the things that you are repeatedly doing, consciously or unconsciously? In most cases, I find we are all very aware. It's like you can't lie to yourself. Even if you're lying to another person, even if you wear masks and present yourself a certain way, you're still going to know deep down within you what your flaws are, what your shortcomings are, what your bad habits and bad patterns are that you know that you're doing, that you know is holding you back. Because what this energy is asking us is to completely revamp our thinking, to completely revamp our mind and our approach to life itself. This energy is about knowing, connecting into, and consciously choosing to start seeing yourself as one with everything else rather than separate. So there's this unification, this coming together within this energy that is asking all of humanity, all of us, and this is a very serious question. Like what I'm talking about right now is very significant. This is very important because what we are doing right now, what we are becoming aware of right now, and what we change right now is truly going to determine the next 20 years of our life, of your life. More than anything, and the most important thing is, at the end of the day, the thing that we truly have power over is ourselves. So there's this massively highlighted emphasis on self-control, on discipline, on focus, on making better choices, and becoming hyper aware of how you self-sabotage, how you hold yourself back. And because, again, this is so connected to the mind, this is all about our thinking. So how do you think? How do you perceive? There's this huge opportunity within these next 3 days to make such a significant timeline jump, to completely launch yourself out of a certain paradigm, a certain way of life, a certain belief system, a certain mentality that has been holding you back probably your entire life. This is big boy energy. That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't just, oh, I'll take another 10 years to like overcome my self-limiting beliefs and stuff. No, this energy is like, nope, time's up. You're in or you're out. Like, time is up. This energy is asking every single one of us, me included, it's asking every single one of us to connect to that deeper essence of self, to connect to the part of you that is powerful, beyond measure, beyond anything outside of you, to connect to the oneness energy that it is high time for all of us to tap into now. And it's like bird's eye view. Can you zoom out? Can you look at the bigger picture? Can you look at your specific role on this planet within a collective system, within this energy grid that we all live in. It's becoming very aware, very familiar with, and very, very clear on, what is my role? What did I truly come here to do? And to let you in on a little secret and make it a little bit easier for you to understand, one part is going to be to transcend and to overcome every single limitation that you have ever placed on yourself, that anyone has ever placed on you. This is about a reclamation of power. It's taking power back. It is taking control back over your own life, over your own destiny, over how you shape your future, and how your future will be shaped according to the choices that you are currently making, according to the seeds that you are currently planting, according to the difficulties that you are transcending out of. I made a previous video about being in preparation mode for 2025, but there is this initiation energy that began July 2024. And that initiation energy is going to last about a year and a half, so approximately till the end of 2025. That means humanity is being initiated into, or ushered into, or pushed into an energy of reclaiming power, an energy of massive awakening, mass awakening. This is affecting all of us on the planet. Every single person, every single soul on this planet is going to be affected by this energy. So it's like ascension, transcendation, conscious elevation. This is, right now, it's like, think of it this way. The universe is literally saying to you, can you consciously choose to elevate? Can you consciously choose a higher path? Can you start to see that your role here on Earth is not just about you, to get out of that self-consuming energy where we think everything is always about us? This is about emotional maturity. So growing up emotionally, growing out of those patterns, leaving those emotional patterns behind that constantly keep us feeling small or victimized or powerless, where you get out of telling yourself stories, negative stories. Again, the mind, this is like a complete revamping of the mind, this energy, and completely leaving limitation behind. So it's like this energy is saying, listen, you came down with a certain set of archetypal energy, right? Based on whenever you were born, you carry a certain archetypal energy pattern within you. That energy pattern is going to play out based on the life that you have lived so far, based on how you were influenced or programmed by the people that raised you. And having this really clear awareness of like how much of those certain negative aspects of myself do I consciously choose to continue playing out because it's all I know, because it is what's familiar. It's like, how much do we choose individually to continue looping in cycles that don't serve us, that are self-destructive, that are massively limiting? That's what this week's energy is asking you to do. Kind of a big deal. Can you become aware? Are you willing to use your will to make changes? Are you willing to do what it takes to become more disciplined, to become more focused, to overcome everything that is holding you back? And we're getting this huge reminder because not only is Pluto stepping out of Capricorn permanently for our lifetime, but simultaneously the sun is also stepping into Sagittarius. So this is this awareness of, where are you pointing? Where is your arrow pointing? What is that goal? What is that future picture? Do you have a future picture of where you want to shoot your arrow? Because it's time to shoot your shot. This energy provides us this massively amplified manifestation energy. Just think of the sign of Sagittarius, right? The centaur. What does the centaur do? He is poised and ready to shoot his shot. He has clarity, assurance, and trust within himself to know what's next, to know where he's going next, he, she, whatever, and to aim and shoot. So it's like knowing where you're aiming, understanding the intention of why you are aiming towards whatever you're aiming towards, having very deep clarity around your intentions, because that's massively highlighted right now under this energy. What intention do you have behind every motivation, behind every action you take, behind every action you don't take? Because right now, as Pluto transitions into Aquarius, innovation, the sign of working smarter, not harder, recreating something, developing something new, beginning something new, and Sagittarius, knowing what that new thing is that you want to begin, having true clarity, and making sure that your intentions are 100% aligned with your value system, because Sagittarius really loves value. It's this coupling of this energy of like knowing your values, knowing what you want and why you want it, having pure love-based intentions around everything that you want to create or everything that you want to manifest, and having a more collective, more humanitarian view when it comes to those goals that you are projecting into the next 20 years, those seeds that you are planting for the future, for them to be more aligned with your values and with humanitarian efforts. And that, of course, can show up in whatever unique way that you can offer your gifts, talents, skills, knowledge, love, energy, kindness, compassion. So it's like however you want to offer that to the world, the universe says is up to you. And the universe is saying, all I'm asking is that you start to get more into a mentality of we versus I. So there's this coming together, there is this community, and this energy of needing to bring communities together, needing to work together more, putting more effort into that unity consciousness, having a willingness to do difficult things to make that unity consciousness more embodied within ourselves, and then to make choices, to make our future choices based on those values, based on that level of consciousness that is so connected to the oneness energy that the universe carries inherently within itself, that we are all connected to. So this is a huge like ego death energy. That's probably the best way to put it. So this is like this huge energy of really needing to surrender your ego, really, really overriding it. It's like, can you get into your power? Because this is so much like I said, this is like a lightning bolt energy, especially these 3 days, 20, 21st, 22nd, 23rd even. Like all of these days carry this like lightning bolt, like life changing in a flash, literally. And the manifestation power that we have is so amplified. Because again, think about how you are manifesting 24/7. You are manifesting 24/7. What are you manifesting? Are you happy with the results, what you have brought into your life so far? If you're not happy with them, can you become conscious of what the intentions were behind everything that you have manifested so far? What place within yourself have you been manifesting from? Ego or your spirit? So this is what this energy is bringing. This is the clarity that it is asking you to tap into at this time, because like I said, this energy is game changer, where if you choose to focus on what expands you, on what makes you grow, on what makes you become a new, higher identity within yourself, whatever makes you become more connected to your power, and whatever makes you Use your power in a significantly more conscious way, realizing that you have the freedom to tap into that energy, to make different choices from one day to the next, from one moment to the next, from 1 hour to the next, to make different choices, to respond to your external world differently, to respond to your internal world differently, and to show up as a more responsible, more mature, more clear, more defined, and more refined version of yourself. So this is full identity shifting, personality shifting. Can you recognize all the bad aspects of your personality that you've carried with you for a long, long time? Most likely that you were conditioned into through different experiences, different pain, different hurts, different traumas, different whatever. It's like, can you just see that with clarity and make a very firm decision within yourself to now shift out of that? Because the cycle is done. The cycle is ending, okay? This very difficult last 15 years, 2008 is when Pluto moved into Capricorn. So since 2008, we have been journeying through this spiral of internal evolution, of becoming better versions of ourselves. And the shit has been tested out of each of us in our own unique way so that we can recognize, so that we can notice how we have held ourselves back, how our shortcomings, our internal prison has kept us small, has kept us in a tiny box of existence. This is the paradigm shift we're in right now. So like I said, guys, this is huge energy. This is truly about seeding the future, the next 20 years of your life. And when you think about how short a human life is, 100 years, 20 years is like a quarter of that, if you make it to 100. So this is no joke. This is like a truly like now or never. It's like step up or you're going down. Choose to respond to the difficulties in your life differently. Use your God-given power to manifest a different outcome for yourself. Make sure that your attitude, your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your actions are aligned with what you truly want, or you're going down. Like, it's that simple. It's very, very black and white. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to be like, I'm just simply sharing this energy applies to me just as much as it applies to everybody else. It's like, you get your shit together or my dear, you're gonna flop. Like, there's just no other way, right? Because the universe is constantly guiding us and pushing us towards expansion, pushing us out of the cages that we put ourselves in, out of the limitation that we get trapped in within the mind. This is so much about the mind, right? Aquarius is an air sign. The air signs are all about the mind. It's how you see yourself, how you see the world, how you see other people. It's how you see differences, right? This energy is also asking you to get out of that whole like judging others or hating on others, because there's just differences within you and within them, within opinions. So it's like, can you step up into a higher level of consciousness? Can you step up into a higher plane of existence where you are existing from love, where you have so much more compassion, understanding, and patience with other people, especially if there are differences, where you can allow someone to have their differences, and even if you don't agree, not resent them for it, but just recognize and see, okay, cool, let's agree to disagree. That's how you see things, no problem. And then also knowing how to act based on that. So you discover that you have a difference with somebody, then, you remove yourself. You don't try to hang out with somebody and sit there and try and convince them and, point fingers. Yeah, but if you would only see it from this perspective, right? If you would only see it from my perspective, right? That's what the ego wants. And this is what this energy is asking you to do, is transcend your ego. Can you overcome your ego? Can you overcome the control that your ego always wants to have over situations, over other people? Can you recognize how the control needs to be internal, where you are controlling your emotions, where you are controlling your thoughts, where you are controlling consciously and choosing consciously to live a better life, to have more discipline, to have more focus, to show up for yourself in a better way. So as an example, when you have free time, who is in control? Who is in charge? Is it your ego or is it your higher self? Because when you have free time, your ego is going to be like, oh, cool, let's like flop on the couch and scroll. I just want to relax, right? That's ego. But when you have free time, your higher self's going to be like, oh my gosh, I finally have a little bit of free time. I should totally meditate, align my thoughts and center myself, bring my thoughts into more positivity. Which one do you choose? And just noticing that, which one do you choose? Do you choose to work on yourself when you have extra time, or do you choose to waste that time on scrolling? Again, Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is also the sign of technology. So this is becoming hyper aware of how you use technology. Does technology run your life, or do you use it in a constructive way? There are some very serious questions right now that the universe is asking. There's some very serious energy that we are moving through. Like, this is no joke. This is seriously about massive internal transformation. It's making the choice to transform, to transcend, to overcome all parts of ourselves that keep us lazy, that keep us stuck, that keep us in stagnation, that keep us spinning in the same patterns over and over for years on end without us recognizing, that like we have power to change that we actually can take our power to control the outcome. This is like fate, destiny, choosing to align to your fate, to the destiny, and even knowing that you have an opportunity to shape your destiny or your fate through the choices that you make, through the actions you take. Recognizing that every single choice that you think you're only making for yourself, how those choices, how those actions actually impact another person. Because whether you live alone, whether you live in a family, whether you are in a relationship or not in a relationship, every single choice that you are making for yourself, you're actually making for other people as well. Because in one form or another, you are energetically connected to other people as well. And it will have either a positive or a negative impact on them, whatever choices you're making. So this energy is asking you to take responsibility for who you have been, take responsibility for who you can be, and do your due diligence. Make the changes. It's like literally it's now or never. And the people that are going to choose to stay the same because they're just used to their comfort zone, because it's easier, it's just what they know and that's where they want to stay, they are going to experience increasing difficulty, because when we are resisting the transformation that the universe is providing, the transformational opportunities and these big quantum leaps that the universe offers us through these energetic windows that open, when we resist the change, then you inevitably manifest, because like I said, we're always manifesting. You inevitably manifest an energy where the universe is like, oh, okay, they don't get it. I'm going to push a little harder. And so it's like the lessons intensify, the lessons get significantly harder. And you can even potentially, because we are at a crossroads energy right now, you can even potentially completely go down the wrong path at this juncture versus the right path if you're refusing to change, if you're refusing to let go of something that you know is holding you back. And like I said, this could be a habit, this could be an attitude, a mentality, a state of emotion. So if you're highly insecure and you don't start doing something to become more secure within yourself, to give yourself that validation on a daily basis, because you're going to need it. Insecure people need validation on a daily basis. So you're going to need to validate yourself on a daily basis. If you don't start doing that and getting into this new habit, remember, something big, something new can be started during this. This is breakthrough energy during this time. So if you don't initiate that change, then your breakthrough isn't going to be a breakthrough. It's going to be a breakdown. And just the weight and the pressure of this energy that is asking you to evolve is going to bear down on you hard. And it's just going to keep bringing lesson after lesson after lesson until you get it, until you finally see that, oh shit, I need to change this. I need to respond differently to life. I need to start recognizing how powerful I am, that I can completely manifest a very different outcome. That the only limitation I have is my mind. That's the only thing that's been holding me back. Nothing else. There has been no physical barriers. There has been nothing else in the way. Only your mind. So I wanted to put this out there because I feel this is a very important message right now. I feel this is something that we all have to really face head on, including myself. I am not exempt. We are all under this energy. There is something for each and every single one of us to overcome within ourselves. What is that thing for you? What is the intention behind now choosing to change that? Making sure that that intention is coming from a highly loving, compassionate place so that you can truly unfold into the next version of yourself, into the next phase of your life, into the next chapter of your life, because that is what is beginning on November 20th. A brand new chapter with a brand new beginning, but the old has to go. So if you resonated with this message, if you found it to be helpful, do hit a like on your way out, subscribe to the channel, support the community so that we can get this message out far and wide. Everyone needs to be aware of what is happening right now, of the tremendous amount of change and transformation opportunities that we are literally on the cusp of as we speak. Everyone needs this information, so please share it far and wide. Let the algorithm push it out far and wide. And all you need to do is support that process through a like and a share, comment, a subscribe. Thanks again for being here, for tuning in. I wish you tremendous strength with this huge transformation right now. Take some time to get clear on intentions, motivations, and future seeds, future goals, because now is the time to step into that. It's like tomorrow is like day one. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.